Okay, everyone, today we're going to be talking about niching down. Is it really the magic pill that everybody says it is for your commercial cleaning company, or is it just a complete waste of time for you? Today we're going to find out. As always, my name is Peter Boland, and I've closed over $50 million in janitorial contracts, and I'm just here to tell you what's working for us. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to go over this topic, it's pretty simple. It's A1, when I do a lot of coaching with other janitorial companies, or I speak to a lot of other ones, it's a topic that always comes up. Like, what should I niche down to? What industries should I be only targeting? Should all my marketing be wrapped around it? And a lot of the time they don't even understand really what niching down is. They think it's only based on you choosing a specific industry that you do, and it's not. And the other reason is I hear a lot of coaches online, because I watch a lot of the stuff because I want to see what they're saying, what I agree with, what I don't agree with, and it helps me build content around stuff also. But a lot of the coaches that don't have a janitorial company or that are not that big in the janitorial business always talk about niching down. And I wanted to really give a deep breakdown so you guys can make the best informed decision to see if it's something that you guys even want to do in your business, or if you think it's the end all be all and that's exactly what you're going to do. So first, let's talk about what niching down is. Essentially, niching down in the janitorial space can mean choosing a specific service or industry/client size. So a specific service would be like, are you going to be doing commercial cleaning? Are you going to be doing deep cleaning? Are you going to be doing one-time cleans? Are you going to be doing stripping and waxing only? Are you only going to be doing post-construction cleanups? So it can mean choosing a specific service that you're doing, or it could be an industry or client size. And the reason why I say a client size is because most people, when they think about niching down, they think about choosing an industry. So the industry would be like, I'm only going to go after dental or medical or restaurants or whatever it boils down to. But you can actually choose like a client size as well too. And that's something we do, and I'll get into it a little bit later in the video. But what I mean by choosing a client size is you can choose, hey, we're only going to deal with businesses that have 10 employees or more, or 50 employees or more. And when you get around specific client sizes, you actually tend to get around a specific dollar range in the contracts that you choose. But we'll talk more about that later on. So it's really a two-pronged approach, niching down. One is the type of service, like I mentioned, and the other one's the client size. The whole point here is it's designed to help you focus and move quicker. That's the whole point of niching down. It's so you can sit back and move faster within your business. What I see a lot of time happens, especially with new janitorial businesses, when they're just getting into it, maybe they haven't got any contracts or they have like only 10K a month coming in, is they're just stuck in this learned helplessness. They have all this data from all these podcasts coming at them, or all this information that's telling them that they should do this with their business. They should have this type of marketing. They should do Google AdWords, cold calling, door knocking. Here's how you should hire your staff. Here's the industries that you should target and go over. Don't go after small ones. There's no money in it. Go after big ones. There's only money in them, or vice versa. And because there's so much data coming at you and you have no reference points of what's good or what's bad, you get lost in information. So one of the things I tell people is to choose a specific person you want to emulate within your business, and then just follow the path they're on and block out all the noise of everybody else. Because what I have found in my life, and I did this early on, is I was reading books by everybody, getting information from everyone. So I would take a topic like sales, and I would get the 5 or 6 best books in sales, and I would read all the books, and then I would do nothing with the information afterwards. And the reason why I would do nothing with the information afterwards is because every single book told me something different. So when I'm getting conflicting things to do, I get stuck and I don't know what to do, so I end up doing nothing. And that's how most businesses tend to operate, is they get stuck with too much information and then they start really doing nothing. So what you want to do is choose somebody that you really, really want to have a company like. And there's tons of people out there in the janitorial space, and emulate everything they do. Just copy it exactly how they do it, and then block out the noise from everybody else and just follow that one path, and you will see the most results that you can ever imagine for. You get stuck when you get conflicting information from multiple people. Okay, so the term niching down really started in 2010. It became a digital marketing phenomenon, branding online businesses and coaching. So a lot of the coaches that are talking about you have to niche down, this is all information they're taking from what they've been told to do for their online business. You know, grab a specific target, choose Janitorial, only go after them, build a business around it, right? In my opinion, that exact method does not work so well when it comes to an actual service business, especially if you want to build a big service business. And I'm going to get into the facts and figures why, but I don't see it working as well in a traditional business as much as I do see it in online coaching. And it's not that you can't have a big business that just does dental. It's very difficult for you to get all the dental companies in one city. Here's just some stats and numbers on it. I live in a city of 1 million people. So in my city, there is about a little under 1,000 dental offices. Okay. So if I niche down to just dental, I only have, let's say, just to round up and easy, 1,000 businesses I can go after, okay? And you may think 1,000's a lot, but if you are doing Google AdWords, it's not even enough of a market size for you to constantly target them and get any ROI on it, okay? If you're doing cold calling and door knocking, little bit better because you can keep coming back to them, but it's gonna take you years to penetrate just dental 10%. So like in order for you to get to 100 clients, it might take you years to get there, and that's 10% of the market. So, and to put it into relative terms, once somebody reaches 40%, so if you're a giant business and you have 40% of a market share, the government would consider that a monopoly and they would be looking at breaking you up. Now, obviously, if you have 40% of an industry within your city, the government's not gonna be breaking you up, but like 40% is a lot to have. Like that is a huge share of the market. And for you to break in there and do that, it's gonna take you forever to do it. So if you only have 20%, you have 200 clients. Average dental office is, let's say, 650 bucks. You're looking at $120,000 a month of income. So that's a 1 point for a year in sales. That's not a lot of sales, right? So the next question comes in. Are you going to then just try to penetrate dental as much as you can at your city, maybe get to 50 to 100 clients, only be doing 60 grand a month, and then you're gonna try to go to another city and do it? The problem is if you're doing 60 grand a month in sales, you don't have enough capital to go to another city and have an office, a salesperson, a manager, all this type of stuff. It really doesn't make sense for us in our industry to niche down to just dental. And then if you do it and then you penetrate all your dental, because yes, you can design your marketing material around just dental. Yes, you could design your website around just dental, that you're the professionals and you're the experts. But once you hit that threshold, you then have to choose another industry, which you're an expert at, but you're not really an expert at it because then you have dental and now you have another one. Now you're just a normal janitorial company. I don't agree with the niching down as an industry aspect at all, okay? I do agree with the niching down based on the service aspect of it. Like we only do commercial cleaning. So we only do contract cleaning. We don't do one-time cleans. We don't do stripping and waxing. We don't do carpet cleaning. We do none of it. If our clients want it, we have deals with other companies within every city we operate that we then farm the work out to them and we get a percentage of it. So we do it for our clients, but we don't do it as a company. And the reason why we don't do it as a company is because we will grow by $35,000 to $40,000 a month in new clients, okay? And every time that we take on a client that has specific needs where it's like, well, I need stripping waxing done monthly or quarterly. Or twice a year. I need all these other things done. What ends up happening is if we have to hire people, get the equipment in there and do it, it slows down our sales and our operations. So our whole company is built for speed, so we can grow by $30,000 to $40,000 a month of new contracts every single month. And the way we do that is we farm out the other work. So I do agree with it on a standpoint of picking the service that you do. Because if you're a small business, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you just want to make money. So you're like, I'm going to do strip and waxing, I'm going to do high dusting, but then you have to have all this equipment and it sits around in a storage room when you have to do the jobs. And let's say you start just prospecting and now you have a few jobs for stripping and waxing. You stop prospecting to go do the jobs for the stripping and waxing. Yes, you make money on it and there's good money in stripping and waxing, but now you're not getting any new clients. So the long-term effect of that on your business is if you lose getting 3 clients because you did a stripping and waxing job, those 3 clients within 3 months would have paid for that strip and waxing job forever. But now you get the benefit of having these clients and your company's worth more and you get it long-term. I do 100% agree with the specific service style of it, okay? Without a doubt. But I don't agree with the industry. We as a company do client size. So we do anything over about 7 employees all the way up to about 100 employees is what we end up doing. That tends to be buildings between $300 a month and between, we don't tend to go over $3,000 a month. If we do, there's very, very limited things for it. And the reason why is that for the $3,000 a month is logistics start to come in around $3,000 a month. How long does it take to get from the janitorial room to the floor to mop? So that counts in walking time. You have to have, usually special equipment starting for it. There's multiple floors and our program is designed for speed. And the second a lot of logistics come into a building, for us, you're allowed to do whatever you want. What ends up happening is everything slows down in our company. So we only take $300 to about $3,000 a month. That's it. And because of that, we can grow with an enormous amount of clients quickly every single month and provide an excellent service for it. So we have niched down to a specific client size and to a specific service, but all of our marketing materials, all of our sales stuff is not designed around one industry and one industry only, because there's not enough businesses in that industry to have a big business about it. I'm gonna wrap this up, but I wanna let you know I'm not trying to speak in like either or binary terms, like good or bad. A big issue I have with the online coaching is everybody speaks in binary, which is this works, that doesn't work. But I wanna let you know that every single thing works. Niching down can work for you if you choose industry. If you do it our way, it just works better. So it's not that something doesn't work or only works. It's that to what degree does it work for what you're trying to do in your business? And the first thing you have to determine is, what does your business look like, right? Like how big do you want to get it? Like how many records do you have? Or people just dental and industry, is that big enough for you to grow, right? So you have to determine a lot of these things, and then you would build your business around what your market size is and where you want to be. If you just only want to be in one city and you never want to grow outside of that city, then niching down would not work whatsoever. But if you're like, I want to operate around dental offices all across Canada or all across the USA, niching down will probably work for you in an industry then. Okay, so like you have to determine what your business goals are and what you want, and then you would determine what your niching down is for. Is it just service-based niching down? Is it building size? Is it industry? Then you determine it. You have to look at your long-term goals and make that decision. It's not niching down first and then your goals. It's your goals and then how does niching down fit in it so you can see clearly to move towards your goals. Okay, if you have more questions on niching down, all you have to do is leave a comment and I'll respond to it. Other than that, if you like this video, please subscribe. And like I said, comment. And if you want some free coaching, there's a coaching link above where I'll give you 15 minutes and help you answer all your questions. And this is for my YouTube channel. Okay, guys, thank you so much and I hope you have a great day.